Making sure you don't get fake gold or silver in your stack is so important, and it's so funny to watch a lot of people not take it seriously. Even when just this week alone we've seen evidence that a person got fake silver eagles from a major dealer in the US. I say major dealer, it was Walmart, whether they're a major dealer or not. They sell a lot of gold and silver and they sent fake. Make sure you test your gold and silver so you don't get caught out by fakes. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome to another Precious Metal Ramble, where you join me for a little bit of a day in the life video of what we go through when we get bits of silver and gold in, not just only for the Backyard Bullion Buyers Club, which these coins are, but by the time this video goes live, they'll have already been sold, I'm afraid. So apologies for the kind of silver temptation here, but that's the nature of silver. It comes in, it goes out very quickly. But I also use the Sigma machines here to test any bits of gold or silver that I bring into my own personal stack. And I wanted to share with you just my process, how quick and easy it is, and also talk about what I would do if I didn't have the machines and the kind of amount of additional labor that would be required to go through all of this. Because these machines, supplied by Trusty Metrics, who are the UK's exclusive supplier, not just for the UK either, they can supply anywhere in the world now. Really great company, going places for sure. Go and check them out. Links in the description box below, and a little black card up here to their website where you can go and find all the different machines. And hey, did you know that they're going to be giving away a investor model for our 75,000 subscriber giveaway? How bloody cool is that? So well worth checking them out. Go and have a look at the links in the description box below. So whether you are a small business, little reseller of gold and silver, or just somebody who stacks and you buy a lot of stuff from the secondhand market, I want to show you just how simple it is to get in some silver and test it, because that's always an important thing to do, quite frankly. And if you're not testing your silver and you're buying from third parties, then you could be in for a bit of a shock. Also, if you haven't seen the video by Silver Seeker this week, then go and check out his video where a subscriber of his sent him some US Eagles that he'd received from Walmart that were fake. I mean, look, it's Walmart, so it's maybe not like a proper bullion dealer, but still, you need to be testing everything, no matter where you're buying it from. And if you get in all of these different silver coins, like this is I would say a relatively modest sort of coins in, I was gonna say buy-in, but I didn't buy them. You know what I mean, like a buy-in for another person. It's relatively modest. There's 75 ounces of silver and there's a quarter ounce of gold. You want to make sure that what you've got is real. And certainly I do when I'm putting my reputation on the line for these bits of silver. If you know I'm selling a fake, that's just going to be the end of my reputation, and I do not want that. So it's super simple. You just take the coin, you've got it all set up here. So I'll tell you what, we'll do the gold first, because then I'll show you how to reset it. So you just literally click the metal button, and then you will find the bit of gold that you're testing, and then you put the weight in here, and we go for 0.25, and we press done, and then we click measure. Now this will measure it through the capsule, but you'll see on here that it's telling me that it's thin, too thin of a reading to go through for the through reading. Now this is an important distinction to make for these machines, because the general consensus is that, oh, you need like an XRF to really be secure as a bullion dealer. These are better than an XRF because they do what's called a through reading on the coins. So XRFs are incredible machines. They will test to a certain degree and give you an exact composition reading of the coin that you're doing. So if you don't know what it is, it can be very, very useful. But this tells me that all the way through the coin, it is consistent as pure gold. It is right there in the middle of the green, quarter ounce gold Britannia, job done, easy peasy. You can see there, it has to be covering the entire circle. If we put that on there again, it will say it's too thin. It does do a surface level reading for me here on this top bar, but that's why there's two little sort of ones here to look at. So there we go, we can see the gold, super easy, job done. That has saved me a lot of time and energy trying to get out accurate weights and measures and calipers and handling the coin, and potentially even doing what's called a specific gravity test. In fact, you can do specific gravity tests on this machine as well. So if I just pop that back under there like so, and we click the dimension button, it's a round, and we click the enter button, it will then tell me to put the coin's edge just up here on the dotted line, and then It's perfect. I don't know if the camera will be quite giving you the exact angle here, but it is absolutely pitch perfect. That's telling me that for this to be a genuine pure gold coin based on the dimensions that it's measured on the scale, on the sensor there, that's what it needs to be, and it is, and that's fantastic. So brilliant stuff, Sigma, and you can't fault it. So that is brilliant. Gold done. So now we can go on to the silver. Now, I take great pride in my reputation, great pride in making sure that what I sell is what I say it is when I sell something. And that's, I think, really put me in good stead for the Buyers Club. You know, last year we sold over £1 million worth of gold and silver for other people. And I need to know that when I get something in that it's genuine, because I'm putting my reputation on the line. So I test every coin. And when I say I test every coin, I mean I test every single coin. Now you'll see these popping up into the yellow. That is fine. There is nothing to worry about in the yellow. Often when it's, in fact, if you look at the instruction manual, which annoyingly I don't have to hand, it does say in there that if you have a pure silver coin reading in the yellow like that to the right, it means it's 4 nines silver. So that's absolutely fine for me. So you can see here, we're just now going to do a rapid fire testing of all of these coins. It's that simple, just in and out. What I will say as well is that it's important to test everyone. I know that there will be a lot of people who will be like, well, I'll spot test. If I get a monster box of silver in and they're all in sealed containers, it's a pain in the arse to go through every single one and test them. But again, I will do that. The only exception to that rule is if I know that it's, say, come from a bullion dealer directly to me, then and the onward customer wants them still completely sealed, as long as there's an agreement from both parties that that is how it is, I won't open every single one of those. But that's only happened once in my experience. Otherwise, I mean, we helped a customer just a few weeks, about a month and a half ago, actually 6 weeks ago, who wanted to buy a monster box from a gentleman on the Silver Forum, but had never traded on the Silver Forum before. So really wanted just to make sure that everything was okay. We didn't give that one long enough, did we? It was still in the red on the through reading. There we go. And I facilitated that and I tested every single one. It did take me a little bit of time, there is no doubt of that. But if we talk about what the other options would be to test every single coin. Now there are, of course, other ways to test coins. You can get little magnets to make sure that they're not ferrous metal in there. If they're not going to be conductive, then fine, you're sorted. But that takes a lot of time. There's the ping test. You could get a pocket pinger. You could ping coins. The buyer of these won't mind me doing this. You can hear that beautiful ping. That's a fairly easy thing to do, but it takes a lot of time to put every single coin on your finger and do a ping test like that. Popping something like this under each coin under here is absolutely dead simple, and your job is done. Now, I have seen and heard of small-time traders who just be like, oh, I've seen enough coins to know a fake when I see one. And yeah, that is a thing. And I know with a 99.99 degree of accuracy right now that all the coins that have come in, I can just feel them, I can hear them. I know from my own personal experience that these coins are indeed genuine coins, genuine silver coins, I should say. But at the same time, because I'm not really buying them for myself, I could probably get away with the idea that I would be just, not testing everything if I was just putting them into my stack. It's my own personal decision. But when I'm putting other people's money on the line, that just never crosses my radar. And you can see just how quick and easy it is for me to test every single one of these. And it's good practice. It really is good practice. When I see and hear people saying that they don't bother because, they've bought it from a dealer and everything's fine. Well, as I just said at the beginning of the video, we've seen a dealer in the US, Walmart, not really a dealer, I suppose, but they sell gold and silver, has sent a customer fake eagles. Direct from China as well, and they even had like little Chinese labels on the bags that they came in. Not good. Obvious fakes as well. So yeah, it's really important to do, and you don't want to get caught short. The good news is of that customer from Silver Seeker's video is he got all his money back very quickly from Walmart, and rightly so as well. So as I say, look, Trusty Metrics, supplier of these machines here in the UK, well worth getting. Now look, this is like the nuclear option of the machines with the Pro. Of course, there is the bridge attachment as well. So I do, as my sort of business side of things, have the big kilo silver bars coming in. It's really important to test everything, but this is the nuclear option. They're expensive pieces of kit. There's no shying away from the fact that they are expensive pieces of kit, but they are well worthwhile. And I will stand by these machines as the only single reason why over the last sort of 3 or 4 years I've been able to do what I've been doing with the Bullion Buyers Club. Also, I've been able to buy and add loads of silver and gold to my stack personally with this machine's additional verification there. There have been times in the past where there are things that I would like to buy, nice big old silver bars and things. I had a penchant for kilo silver bars a couple of years ago, and I really wanted to have a big diverse collection of kilo bars, and I would only ever buy from those people that I saw who had these machines and would share photos of them with the test results on there before I pulled the trigger, because I just didn't want to take the chance. But now this machine's here and with me, it's just an incredible tool to get things secure in my stack or for my buyers club. So it's really, really good and highly recommend it. Now, Trusty Metrics, long-term sponsor of our channel, we're the brand ambassador for them as well here in the UK, but they supply all over the world now. So with the exception of maybe some countries where it's a little bit difficult to put goods through to, they can get you your machines anywhere. And I know they've told me they've had customers all over Europe. They've even had customers in South America. I mean, they are going to get their customers everything to them. So it's well worth checking them out. Links in the description box below. We're nearly done. Just before Mrs. Backyard Bullion gets back, quickly, let's go through the remainder of these beautiful Canadian maples. These are some of the modern ones without the milk spotting problems, with the mint shield on there. So you can see it is a little bit tedious to go through all of these and test them, but it's super quick. I don't have to go and individually weigh every single coin. I don't have to measure every single coin with calipers and things like that. Because there are other ways to do it. Look, you know, I'm not going to lie, you can test coins without having one of these expensive pieces of kit, but you're not going to get the same results. You're not going to get as valid of a result, in my opinion. And also there are plenty of different coins out there that have the exact same weights and dimensions as is required, or they're just ever so marginally off, and it's very easy to let them slip through. And if you just get one slip through, it can be very costly. So there we go. Tested 75 silver coins and 1/4 ounce gold coin. Job done. They're already sold, I'm afraid, by the time you're watching this. But it's that easy and that good. So there we go. Battery just about lasted on that. I need to charge it. That's a good indication of, in fact, the Trusty Metrics team, they messaged me after the last video and said, you need to charge your machines. And I was like, I do charge my machines, but I use them all the time. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, enough from me. Thank you all for watching. Cool Kids Club, quote me, I don't know, let's quote me 75 ounce in the comments to be cool. If you quote me that, I'll know that you're cool. And you'll also be in for a chance to win a super secret prize at my 75,000 subscriber giveaway. That's it from me. See you on the next one. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.